First noticed the problem when we were coming. We were outside of Uvalde, I'd say about 3 miles.
You were on 83 already.
We were on 83 north already. Yes, ma'am. We were going north. We caught up to him. We noticed he started drifting off to the side of the road and got in the grass. And he came back up on the road. A little further down the road, he drifted over into the oncoming traffic. At that time, that's when Tanya suggested that we call the Uvalde Sheriff's Department. So she dialed the number, and I reported the white Dodge pickup. After that, we kept following him. Then she started, about 5 minutes later, she started videoing him. He kept going off the road and over into incoming traffic. There was a couple of cars and trucks that actually got off on the shoulder to keep from being hit. We got to about Reagan Wells. She suggested that we call the Lakey Sheriff's Department. So I did. The dispatcher that answered, I told him that we were following a white dually pickup that was driving all over the road, off of the road, incoming traffic. They needed to get somebody out there to get him off of the road before he hit somebody.
We think we did the right thing and making the first call what made me make the video or film, because I have a feeling the way the truck was driving that something bad was about to happen, and I feel it that he was gonna lose control out of the road. I knew that it was not gonna end good, and that's what it got to my attention to make the video.
We were keeping our distance just in case he did hit something. I didn't want to be involved in it.
We knew that it was gonna be an accident. I didn't let him. He asked me to pass him, to kind of stop him. I told him, no, don't pass him, please don't pass him. I was telling him to keep the distance away from him. I was very scared the way he was driving.
I can still hear the crash of the vehicle when he hit the bus. I can still see everything in slow motion. It's like the man in the front passenger seat. He turned and looked at me, and then he just put his head down towards the floorboard, and he passed away. I looked in the bus. There was 2 more people dead in the floorboard, on the floor. There was a lady behind the bus driver's seat that was already dead. The lady behind her was still alive. The lady across from her was still alive. They were both in their seats. There was a lady in the very back of the bus on the floor that was still moving. And I told him, just hang on, help's on the way. About all of these elderly people, not one of them was complaining. The ones that was alive, nobody was complaining. Nobody was asking for help. Nobody was crying. They were just sitting there looking at me when I was telling them that help was on the way. After that, I went to the driver of the truck. He was caught in the floorboard. The steering wheel was kind of against him. I guess his legs was caught down there because he couldn't get up, and he asked me if I could help him. I said, "Son, do you know what you just did?" And he said, I'm sorry, I was texting, I'm sorry." And so help's on the way. Like I said, they weren't crying, they weren't complaining. It's like they were at peace. Like the one asking for help was the driver of the dually.
And you didn't count, that many people anyway. You're not able to see everybody.
I couldn't see everybody that was in the bus. It was messed up. When you see people like that, they didn't do nothing wrong. They were just in a bus. They just left a Baptist retreat for the weekend, and they were on their way home. There was a husband and a wife in there that I heard that made a comment one time that when they died, they wanted to die together. So, that's what they got. They got their wish on that day.